Hello and welcome to the Transformation channel. In the earlier two videos, we talked about the two specific scenarios where you are kicking off transformation afresh in a organization on Agile specifically. In the first video, we looked at a scenario wherein you are kicking off right from scratch as a transformation leader or a change agent. In that particular scenario, what are the first five steps you would look to take in order to drive the transformation or kick off the transformation right from scratch? In the second video, we talked about a second scenario where again you are kicking off the transformation completely from the scratch, but you are doing at a different geographical location, whereas the transformation is already in progress in the parent organization or the onshore location. That was the scenario 2. I'm dropping the cards on the top for both so you can click those and look at those videos. I'm Nivarthi Jairam and welcome to this transformation channel. In this channel, in the current series, we are trying to discuss various aspects of agile transformation specifically. If you like what is being discussed, please hit the subscribe button below and also the bell icon so you get to notified on the future videos that we plan to publish. So in this session, we are going to look at again the first five steps you would undertake in driving agile transformation in scenario 3. What is scenario 3 here? Scenario 3 is transformation is already in progress and you are taking over from a predecessor for whatever reason. So then what you will look to see or what are the steps you will look to undertake in such a scenario, and that is what we are looking to cover as part of this video. Again, we look at the first two steps, not much change in terms of the first two steps. Again, positioning, in what position you are joining the organization, what is the level of influence you have in the context of the hierarchy of the organization, what is your circle of influence, who are the stakeholders that you have access to, and who are the critical stakeholders that you need to be aware of, what are the if I may say so, the power centers in the organization that make key decisions or that influence key decisions. So all those things you need to clearly understand as the first two steps: positioning, where you are positioned, and two, the key stakeholders, who are they, where they lie, what is the level of influence they have, how they are looking at the transformation. So what is their view about the transformation? Are they positive stakeholders or the negative stakeholders or the neutral? And understand what initially what their feelings are about the transformation. And the first or the third step in the overall first five steps that we would look at is to understand the current strategy and the roadmap. And this is very important. So before you jump ahead and start implementing your own strategy or looking to change everything in the organization or in the way that is being done, first you understand what is being done and what is the reason behind or the intent behind the current strategy and the current roadmap that is being implemented. And also, once you have identified those stakeholders, try to understand even from the stakeholders their view about the current strategy and the roadmap. There's no point in changing something if that is already working quite well and the key stakeholders are happy about how the program is being executed. Yes, you can always bring in your ideas as an improvement, but it may not be necessary to completely overhaul the strategy. So that means you need to clearly understand from the stakeholders what is their point of view, what is their expectation. Are they looking, are they feeling that the current strategy and the current roadmap is good enough for the program to achieve the ROI or the incentives that we looked out for in the beginning, or is there a need for change? and that is something you need to clearly understand before you move to the next step. Okay, and that is very much key for having a good foundation for yourself, for you to build from there on. That is the third step which we will look at. And the fourth step is understand the team, which means you need to be clearly looking at what is the implementation team you have, what are the kind of coaches you have, what are their capabilities, what is their personality as coaches, what are their strengths, and what are they looking at, and how they are feeling about the whole transformation in the organization. Do they have some elements of contributions for you to look at when you are starting off? And when you start off afresh as a transformation leader with an execution team already in place, there will be lot of apprehensions or insecurities with the team itself, and how they look at you, how they understand you. And it is natural, so because they don't know who you are, so it's important to understand the team quite well, their personalities quite well, how they like to work, how they like to take feedback, and also create your own relationship with them. And that can happen only when you reach out to them, have conversations which are very open and transparent, and it is for you as transformation leader to make it happen, rather than them. Possibly many times we expect, because of the hierarchy that we are joining with, or or the position or the authority that we have, we expect, or if we expect that the team will come forward to be open and transparent and talk about establishing that relationship, or establishing the trust and confidence between us and the team, then I think that may not possibly happen, because it is our responsibility. We are the new persons joining the team. So how you make yourself available to them, how you come across as an individual to the team, and that will start creating that sense of comfort and a kind of understanding of how you operate, what are your priorities, what you look at. And they would have been used to a certain style of functioning from their earlier alliance or partnership with the existing leader. So also try to speak to the existing leader who is driving that transformation, and understand how they develop that relationship, and what is the current working style, operating model that they have. You don't want to unsettle the team completely. It is first important to understand the current state, current relationships, current operating model, and then look to bring in the your style of functioning or the improvement ideas that you have. And it is natural that we all come with certain new zeal, wanting to show the your impact, and especially when you are joining afresh, you always want to prove that yes, I can make a better impact, or I want to create things or run things in a different way, I want to do it my way. That's perfectly fine, and that's also again why you are possibly hired as well. But before you embark on that journey, it's very important to understand the team, understand the environment you are going to operate in, what is the expectations of different stakeholders, again the position you are based at, and also the circle of influence you have. All those elements will then or should then guide you to validate, I have probably 10 improvement ideas I have come, or even I come with an experience of doing similar thing in another organization. So there are certain successes that I have achieved with the way I have done it, and I want to possibly implement those in this organization as well. But before you do that, having this understanding will and it should definitely, it would help you to validate what from the earlier experience can work here, possibly what customization is required or what aspects of that experience can be applicable in the current scenario, and then look to see those improvements happening, or look for the ways to get those improvements integrated into the existing environment. And then although also the team will value it, because they will know that okay, you have gone through the understanding of developing that relationship, and also understanding them as individuals, how they are operating in the environment, what is their style of functioning, how they like to provide the feedback. You are not completely devaluing what they have done so far. Because when a team is executing transformation, they also have their skin in the game. They would have done a lot of things. They would have given inputs to the earlier leader on several aspects. And if you start coming in and from the day one you say okay, whatever is being done here is absolute nonsense, then definitely you are not starting off with the right message for the team. So again, those are the 5 steps that I think are very much uh, needed to be looked at, and that will make the team comfortable, that will make the leadership comfortable, that you have tried to understand everything that is happening, and then you are coming up with your ways of new ways of doing things. And even when you present it to the senior stakeholders, okay, this is what I have understood to be the current strategy, current way of doing things, and this is what I want to change. And then you would have a valid reasoning to present why you want to change something, and what is the better outcome that can be created by changing what you want to change. And it becomes more convincing for everyone, and you get a buy-in even from the team to operate in that particular changed environment. Again, if you like what is being discussed in this channel, as always I say, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on the future videos. In this channel we specifically target transformation aspects, and in this current series we are talking about agile transformation. Thanks for watching, and please put in your comments or views any in the comment section. And if you have any specific topics to be addressed or any questions you want to be addressed, please again drop in the comments, and we will look to see how and when we can address those. Thanks for watching again.